Hey everyone, Tracy here with Paper Closet Designs, and today I'm doing a little video to show you how to assemble the extra large cookie box with the heart cutout window. So this is the pieces that you'll need. First off, you'll have 4 of these. This is your peekaboo liner. The pattern looks like it only has 1, but you're actually going to cut 4 of these out. The next thing you'll want is your window. This is just some thin acetate, and I will give you a link of where I get this from. I just buy mine off of Amazon, but I know Cricut carries some, and there's lots of different places that you can get it. The next piece is the lid and the lid liner. Whoops, there's my frame. The lid embellishment pieces, and then your lid. You will have a frame, a heart scalloped frame. You'll have 2 extra heart pieces, and I'll show you what you can use with those. These are optional. And then you will have your base. So let's go ahead and get started with your base. I do want to point out, I've got some rough edges on here. It's not the file, I promise. I've cut this out on different machines. It works great. I have ordered some new blades, both my Cricut and my Silhouette. I need new blades, so that's why it's just a little bit loose on there. Okay, to go ahead and do this, all you're going to do is you're going to fold on all the score marks, and you're going to fold everything in. So on the side, I don't know if you can see that, you have 2 score marks, and you're just going to fold both of those in, and then the same with your tabs. So we're going to do that on all 4 sides. And usually when I'm doing this at home, I use a bone folder or something to get a really crisp edge. But we're in a hurry, so we're not going to do that today. Not in a hurry. I think you guys would much rather craft than watch me craft. So I try and do things a little bit quicker than I normally would. You'll notice that I'm just folding all of those in. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue on these tabs. You can see those. And then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put glue on the inside on these tabs. So let's do that first. The outside tabs. And there's 4 of them. I'm just using my little tape runner. I usually like the ATG gun or score tape, but for these videos they're not so big that this works. I'm going to get that clear to the edge. And then we're just going to go ahead and connect those, and you can just line them up right like that and press to get a good sharp corner on there. Now on the base box, and this is on almost all of my candy boxes, you have these little flaps that we've already put the glue on. I did those because they give it a real firm, strong edge on that box. So we're just going to flip it over and press it in. So all I did was just press it in. I usually flip it and put it on my tabletop so I can get a real good adhesive going, if that makes sense. And then that just gives that a really strong edge on those. Then we're going to go ahead and take our little boxes that we've made. There's 3 of them, and we're going to put those in. Those are the peekaboo, so it's called peekaboo because it pokes out over the edge. So here is our other one, our last one. And again, it's the same thing. We're going to fold everything in. So fold that down, fold that down. These do go together pretty quick. They're great for last minute little gifts, and you can hold cookies, but you could also put brownies or candy or just about any little small gift. Or you can make the box without the liners if you need a box and you don't want the little peekaboo liners. So I think these are super cute. And they're fun to do them in different colors too. You can have your box with 4 different colors of liners in it or whatever. So now I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to match those ends so that I have a really crisp corner, really sharp, crisp corner. And the edges of the circles come together, the scallops. And now we have 4 little boxes inside our bottom. So now we want to finish up the lid. So the first thing that you'll do is you're going to glue on all of these embellishment panels. And I've done most of them already, but we'll just do this last one. And if I wasn't hurrying so fast, you want to make sure that you get it really sticky on those corners, because when you fold the box, if the corners aren't down, in fact I can tell on that one it's not, then when you fold those corners, these will tend to pop up. And again, this is optional. You don't have to put these on there, but it just really adds a lot to the box, I think. And they fit right inside. There's a little bit of a shadow. Okay, then we're going to fold our box again, same way that we've done everything else. We're going to fold all those tabs. Oops, excuse me. You're going to fold all those tabs to the inside. There are so many fun things you can do with this. Wouldn't this make a lovely wedding gift box or centerpiece or something at a wedding? Okay, so before I glue my tabs, I'm going to flip this over to the inside, and I'm going to take my window, my little plastic acetate window, and we're just going to glue it in here. For this one, I am going to use my ATG gun. It's big and bulky, but I love the tape in there. You can also use the Score Pal tape or the double-sided tacky tape. That works good. Liquid glue does not work very well with the acetate windows. Okay, so once we've got it in there, we're just going to glue it right down in there. Whoops, we want to make sure we get it inside the score lines, or the box won't fold up. Okay, now I'm going to take my scalloped frame and I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of it. And you could do this with the liquid glue. In fact, it might be a little bit better if you did. And just glue it right there on the edge of the window. Oh, isn't that pretty? I love those colors, and that just looks so, so pretty. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put tape on those corners again. And then we'll just go ahead one more time and fold all those to make sure that we've got some really crisp, sharp corners. I guess I should put it under the camera, make sure that you can see it. And then there is the lid, and it just slips on top of there. Sometimes those scallops like to tangle up with each other, but it does. It just slips right on there. So perfect. And there is your box with your peekaboo liners, and it's all finished. Now there are the 2 hearts. These are just extras. If you wanted to punch a hole and use them as a tag, you could tie them in the middle. I kind of like to just mount them right there in the corner, and I'll usually put it on with some foam pop dots. You could handwrite a little sentiment. You could stamp a little sentiment. If you've got the Valentine's stamp set that I sell at both my store and my Scrap Chick, you could add that. And then you can just pop it on there, or like I said, pop a hole in there and tie it on or whatever. But there is your extra large cookie box with the heart cut out window. Thanks for joining me today.